Hello, and welcome to coverage of custom standard casual matches. This is Caillou, and today we're going to be watching a match between HarryZ and Occo. So it looks like Harry is on MonoRed Aggro. Oh, it looks like a MonoRed Aggro mirror, in fact. So let's zoom in on these cards here. So Occo's going to mull because I believe Occo had a one-lander. Harry has a one-lander, but it looks to be thinking about keeping it because has the only thing that doesn't cost one is Minister of Zealots. Um, The only problem is like you want to be playing more than one thing per turn. Okay, so Oko is going to keep at 6. Has Rotting Hellhound turn 1, Pillar of Flame as interaction / reach, and Squallowing and Tempered Onclum is just a good curve if you hit the lands. So is Harry on the play? Let's see. Yeah, Harry is on the play. Turn 1 Mountain, drop your boy Rotting Hell. It doesn't really matter because all of these have haste and they're going to attack for 1. Oh, it's going to drop. Oh yeah, drops a Pouncing Caracal because everything else has haste. So. And Oko draws into a Phoenix Flames. You kind of don't want to see that when you're on 2 lands, but can now go Rotting Hellhound and then either attack just to start getting the damage in because it'll survive. It doesn't trade with the Pouncing Caracal. Oh no, it's just going to Pillar of Flame turn 1, killing the Caracal. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I feel like you almost want to wait until Harry invests tries to assault it. And now Harry still has initiative because Harry can just he's gonna play Waranga Firestoker attack for 1. So I feel like I guess the thought is Oko is playing from behind here. And so therefore trying to go in to deal damage doesn't make sense. But if you play the Rotting Hellhound there, Harry is either forced to Harry can attack for 1 because it has menace. But then Harry can't play anything else and will therefore can't play another 1-drop and attack because they all have 1 toughness and 1 power. So Harry could or Oko could have forced Harry to assault the Caracal and then Pillar to Flamed it so that Harry would have to take the tempo loss. Anyways, Oko instead is going to be playing Waranga Firestoker plus the Rotting Hellhound. So close yet so far to being able to have a 3rd creature. Has the Pyromancer's Wisdom actually. So next turn can Pyromancer's Wisdom Tempered Onclum. Or Pyromancer's Wisdom Phoenix Flames if need be. Okay, so we're facing down equal board states here. Rotting Hellhound and Waranga Firestoker on each end of the table. Neither of them has a 3rd creature to turn on Waranga Firestoker, and Harry has been consistently missing land drops. This Pyromancer's Wisdom will be really good once Harry gets a 2nd land because you do Pyromancer's Wisdom, drop Waranga Firestoker, another Rotting Hellhound, or Waranga Firestoker plus Minister of Zealots, and then just go ham. And Oko has, double Pyromancer's Wisdom here. I think you just play Pyromancer's Wisdom here, slam a Tempered Onclum, drain Harry for 3, and then try to hit something good off the Pyromancer's Wisdom. And, Harry's saying, you're at 2 lands at least. Well, with Pyromancer's Wisdom, you can bump that up to 3. And unlike most rituals or spells which add extra mana for a one-shot use, Pyromancer's Wisdom does go card neutral if you have a way to deal combat damage to your opponent because of the journey mechanic. Oko hitting a Pouncing Caracal, I don't think that's really what you want to be hitting here. You want something hasty to race. It's playing another Pyromancer's Wisdom. Hitting a Squallowing creature. I don't think I agree with that. And the reason for that is I think you want to be able to, in case you don't hit a land next turn, to be able to play which either Phoenix Flames or Tempered Onclum. So I guess is just going for the guaranteed being able to double hit here. And then we'll be able to draw Pouncing Caracal plus Squallowing. But Squallowing is now, if Oko hit a land next turn, and it's playing the Phoenix Flames to face. Yeah, I don't agree with this at all. Why wouldn't you just play the Tempered Onclum? Because Tempered Onclum, you can either gain 3 or drain 3. I guess if you're on the offensive, you can drain 3. And then you have a body to be able to block one of his creatures. And you can swing the race. That just feels like a complete punt from Occo. and you want to keep the Phoenix Flames up in case they get like a Squallwing Screecher or something. I guess the thought is like, yeah, like see, there's no reason to play Phoenix Flames there because Tempered Onclum does 1 less point of damage and puts a huge body on the board. But it doesn't matter. Harry's just going to concede, and we're going to game 2. So I don't know if these decks have like much sideboard options versus each other. Blazing Volley does work, which is it's a 1 red for a sorcery that deals 1 damage to each of your opponent's creatures. The problem is like lots of the creatures in the red deck surprisingly have like a decent amount of toughness. Rotting Hellhound has base 2 toughness. Warongo Firestoker will generally be going up to 2 toughness. Pouncing Caracal used to have a base 2 toughness and would go up to 2-3 instead of a 2-2. Now at 1 toughness, it's a little bit more susceptible to the volley. I guess Flamestorm is also good because even if you're like ahead, like let's say like you do some early damage and your opponent manages to stabilize on board, you can Flamestorm, and Flamestorm kills everything in this matchup because it hits Squallwing Screechers, Tempered Onclums, because it deals Flamestorm is 1 red, deal 3 damage to every creature. For each creature that dies its way, its controller takes 1 damage. And here we do see the sideboard Blazing Volley. I'm assuming sideboard from Occo. Unfortunately, as I was mentioning, Rotting Hellhound does come in with that 2 toughness, so it won't be affected by the Blazing Volley. And really nothing in Harry's hand will be affected by it. It can curve turn 2 Unproven Hatchling, and then if Harry hits a land at any point, just goes Pyromancer's Wisdom, Squallwing Screecher, and can swing for like 10 on turn 3, which is a terrifying thought. Meanwhile, Occo just plays Mountain and has no turn 1 play. Has Blitzsuit plus double Minister of Zealots, which is pretty good, but like, I don't know. It's just like, when you're going against a hand as blisteringly fast as Harry's, I don't think that this is what you want to see. So Harry tapping for the Unproven Hatchling. So Unproven Hatchling is kind of like the face... Oh no, Minister of Zealots. I disagree with this. Maybe baiting removal, but there's no reason not to just play Unproven Hatchling here, and then next turn Minister of Zealots comes down as a haste creature, so you can immediately attack for Prestige. So I think this is a punt from Harry's end. But anyways, as I was saying earlier, Unproven Hatchling is kind of the face card of the MonoRed deck, and what allows it to have like its most explosive starts. Because it starts off as just a bear, which is kind of underwhelming. But if you attack with 2 other creatures, which in the MonoRed deck is very likely, unlike other, I think, MonoRed builds, this is much more creature focused than like burn focused. So you get down 2 other creatures, attack, and Unproven Hatchling turns into a 4/4 flying with Fire Breathing, which is a huge swing in power. So yeah, but then if Harry drops the Unproven Hatchling next turn, won't be able to immediately Prestige it, which if Harry had switched the order and played Unproven first, then Minister, would have been able to do that. Or like, play Unproven, next turn hit a land drop, Pyromancer's Wisdom, Squallwing Screecher. Occo going to be playing a Minister of Zealots of his own, accidentally created 4 Cleric tokens. But yeah, only needs 1. So basically, Minister of Zealots, forgot to go over this last turn, but basically it creates a 1/1 Cleric token with haste, and you get to keep the token if you played an instant or sorcery. If not, you have to give it up. So next turn, Occo can play Blitzsuit and crew it. Or maybe just go another Minister of Zealots and then get maximum value out of the pump from Blitzsuit. Also will have a 3rd land, so could play Tempered Onclum if need be. Interesting. Harry is going to be playing the Pyromancer's Wisdom, but what for? That only puts him up to 3 mana. He won't be able to play 2 Unproven Hatch. He can play Phoenix Flames. Maybe he's just doing it for the journey. Like because he doesn't have enough mana to play Squallwing Screecher here either. I think that was another punt. I think you just play Unproven Hatchling and then go to town. But I guess it's going to Phoenix Flames the Minister or face. Yeah, he's going to Phoenix Flames the Minister. It is supposed to get exiled, but I don't think that'll be relevant in this matchup. Yeah, I'm not sure why Harry would do that. Again, like I think I think Harry is really underestimating the explosive potential of Unproven Hatchling. Anyways, it's just going to swing in for 4 here and grab the mountain. If Harry hits another land or another Pyromancer's Wisdom next turn, can run out the Squalling Screecher. Which, is just an amazing top end for MonoRed. Just a 4-power flying creature for 4 with haste. Yes, please. So, I'll go hitting a Rotting Hellhound, but this is really only good if you have a fast start. Facing down a board like this, do you just run out the Blazing Volley? Playing a Minister of Zealots, I think at this point you just kind of, or I guess Harry played the Phoenix Flames and / the Pyromancer's Wisdom to keep the token around, but even that feels a little sus. But yeah, Occo is going to play Minister, and then Blazing Volley, 2 for 1ing Harry, kills the token and the Minister, but Rotting Hellhound stays alive. And then start of combat, just going to poke for 1 with the token before... And the token stays because Occo played the Blazing Volley. It's important to note. So yeah, now Harry's really behind because Harry can play a land, play Unproven Hatchling here. But then if Harry doesn't hit like another land, Harry won't be able to turn on the Unproven Hatchling next turn. Okay, he's going to Pillar of Flame, kill the Minister, and then play Unproven. Like Phoenix Flames, Pillar of Flame should exile a creature, but again, I don't think it matters this matchup. Okay, so Harry played the Unproven Hatchling and is just going to attack the Rotting Hellhound. Meanwhile, Occo has a few options here. Probably just going to play Rotting Hellhound plus Tempered Oncolum. That will give you maximum value off of Blitzsuit if he plays that next turn. Yep, runs out the Rotting Hellhound. Interesting, is attacking with both. I guess the thought is if Harry blocks, then Occo could run out the Blazing Volley and kill Unproven Hatchling, which I think that's the right play, because Unproven Hatchling is the scariest thing in the Mono-Red deck. So that was a smart play by Occo, and a smart response from Harry by not blocking. Meanwhile, Harry, with the top deck of the gods, hits the Pyromancer's Wisdom, will now be able to Squalwing Screecher and then immediately flip the Unproven Hatchling. That'll attack for God. It'll attack for 9 damage immediately, and then I assume you just Despair the Rotting Hellhound because it'll get blocked by the Tempered Oncolum anyways, and then you get to attack for 10 damage total, which, pretty good. Oh god, and we'll get the Phoenix Flames to have the reach. So I think Occo just kind of auto loses here because Occo doesn't have a faster clock than Harry, and doesn't have a way to kill either of Harry's top end creatures now. So Squalling Screecher coming down because of haste can now attack with 3 creatures, turning on the Prestige of Unproven Hatchling, despairing the Rotting Hellhound to pump each of these for 1 power. So 5, 5, and then Occo has to block this, but this would just be 1. So Hatchling becomes a 5/4 for this turn. So yeah, I think this, I think we'll be, something tells me we're going to a game 3 at this point. So yeah, Occo is going to block the Rotting Hellhound with the Tempered Oncolum. Yeah, Occo down to 5 life and has no blockers. Harry presents 8 damage in the air plus 4 damage from the Phoenix Flames, which Harry forgot to pick up, but it doesn't really matter here. So yeah, Occo drew into a Pyromancer's Wisdom. I don't think Occo has any outs. Could try to I think the only line that helps here is Pyromancer's Wisdom. Try to see if you can hit something that's I don't think there's anything for 2 mana that can save you here, but play Pyromancer's Wisdom and see. Yeah, okay. And then Blitzsuit plus Tempered can only attack for 7. Pouncing Caracal off the journey doesn't do anything. Yeah, this game is over. Occo's playing it out though, playing the Blitzsuit. So it's 2, 4, 8 in total. So 8 damage in total. If he despairs the Rotting Hellhound, that'll be 10 damage, but then doesn't have 6 damage, an extra 6 damage. That's the problem. No, wait, can crew the Blitzsuit with the token. So, and then despair the Rotting Hellhound. So that'll be 5 plus 4, 9, plus 2, 11. Still not enough. Still 5 damage off. And yep, swings out with everything. Yeah, even if Occo had hit a Phoenix Flames there, it wouldn't have been enough to kill Harry. And yeah, Occo did everything he could there, but had no outs. So we're going to a game 3. Okay, so Harry has a 4-lander. Kind of generally, you don't want to see that. Occo has a 1-lander though, which in this case might be okay, with like 3 1-drops and then 3 2-drops. Yeah, both of them are gonna keep. Occo can just kind of play a Caracal turn 1, play a Firestoker turn 2. I was going for the Firestoker turn 1 actually. Kind of just get chipping for that 1. Meanwhile, Harry has Rotting Hellhound turn 1 to be able to block the Firestoker, and then hopes to like just draw gas and like curve up into Tempered Onclim is really good because if you're going first, you can use it on the offensive to drain your opponent, and if you're going second, you can use it to heal up and stabilize. And has a Pyromancer's Wisdom, so could even run out the Tempered Onclim turn 2. So Occo is playing top deck a land and is now playing double Pouncing Caracal. Next turn has the access to Prestige this Waranga Firestoker, and also playing Blitzsuit just kind of gets insanely devastating. Harry, on the other hand, top decks on the Rotting Hellhound, kind of not what you want to see here. I think Harry is probably going to Pyromancer's Wisdom, Tempered Onclim, and then heal up for 3. Yep, Pyromancer's Wisdom. It's a Phoenix Flames off of the journey. I think right here you would much rather have a Blazing Volley. Blazing Volley would be a 3 for 1. But Phoenix Flames can't even kill Blitzsuit because Blitzsuit is a vehicle. So yeah, Phoenix Flames kind of bad here. But I guess just Tempered Onclim and then can block one of the creatures next turn. Okay, and Harry is draining for 3 instead of healing for 3. That's interesting. I feel like facing down this board, you would having what Harry has in hand, you would much prefer to gain 3 life to have some buffer room. Ooh, another Waranga Firestoker. How greedy does Occo want to get here? I think you just play out the Blitzsuit and then go ham. Play out the Blitzsuit, use Waranga Firestoker to crew Blitzsuit because you want to have this double menace so that even if Harry blocks, he'll be forced to block with both a Tempered Onclim and Pouncing Caracal, and then you can take out one of the Caracals while still getting in 2 damage. But no, instead it's going to crew with the Caracal, so it gets to swing out for 7 damage here, plus 1 because of the Prestige, so 8 damage total. Okay, gonna block, can't block a single Caracal with your Tempered Onclim. Oh no, Occo is letting that happen, I should probably mention. Well, it seems like that they just missed that Caracal has Menace. But anyways, I guess Harry will just take 6 from that. Okay, so we moved on to the next turn, and Harry was playing double Hellhound. But we have to rewind since Harry missed that Caracal has Menace. So instead decides not to double block. Is going to take 8. And on the backswing, let's see, Tempered Onclim. How does this work? So double Rotting Hellhound plus Tempered Onclim. So let's assume that Harry chooses to despair both of these. So that'd be 5, and then assaults the Caracal. So that would be 9 damage plus 4. So that would be 13 damage. But could Occo kill him on the backswing? Let's see. Or like does Harry know that Occo could kill him on the backswing? Because let's assume that Occo just has this. And let's assume that Occo like double assaults. Then that would be 7 damage to Harry. We know, of course, that Occo has a second blitz suit, which means that if Harry attacks with everything, Harry just loses. Of course, what Harry I don't know if there's a way for Harry to avoid that, honestly. And next turn, I think this line does allow him to kill with Phoenix Flames next turn. Oh, is he not going to Despair the Rotting Hellhound? Okay, so just swinging for 4 damage here. And then keeps the Onculum up as a blocker. Okay, so Occo just takes the 4. Can Occo kill Harry on the backswing here? So plays a Blitz suit, buffs both of the Caracals, uses the Caracals to... Oh wait, so main one, you want to crew the Blitz suit. Oh, but you can't really do that, huh? So you just play the Blitz suit, or hit a third lance. So Waranga Firestoker, play the Blitz suit, use the Caracals to crew the Blitz suits. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Harry can block one of them. So Harry will survive with 2 life. And then next turn on the backswing, Harry will definitely be able to, because so Harry double despairs. So then that would be 5, 9, and then yeah, actually this is and Occo knows Harry has the Phoenix Flames from the journey. So he knows that he dies. So Occo knows that he dies if he doesn't have lethal here. So Harry keeping up the Tempered Onculum last turn was a really good play. Now he can just block one of these 3 power creatures, take 9, and then kill Occo on the backswing. So yeah, this is definitely a blunder by Occo, because given the known information that Occo has, Occo knows that Harry will be able to kill him on the backswing. Or actually, no. Sorry. Never mind. I actually lied. I was thinking that Onculum could block here and still somehow be alive next turn, which is a lie. Never mind. So Harry takes 9. Next turn we'll be able to swing out for 4 plus 4, 8 damage in total. That puts Occo down to exactly enough to oh my god, so Harry needs a 1-drop haste creature here to not lose. And that's exactly what Harry needs. So you play the Mountain, play Waranga Firestoker, swing with everything, Phoenix Flames kills, or I guess it would kill anyways because you play the Waranga Firestoker, it goes up 1 power because of Prestige, 2 more power because of the Rotting Hellhound, so you swing for 4, 4, 12, and then you Phoenix Flames Occo for lethal. And that's game. Wow, what a back and forth. And yep, just double Despair the Rotting Hellhounds to pump everything, and that's game. So good games to both players, but HarryZ on MonoRed Aggro takes a 2-1 over Occo, also on MonoRed Aggro. Until next time, this is Caillou signing off.